For example, let's say you met Vanessa, for example, fully got everything right, but at the end of the day, you wondering like, okay, damn, I want kids. You would let's say, for example, like let's say just for that instance, you want kids, and then next thing you know, you wondering like, damn, I've been knocking the bottom out of Vanessa. You feel me? And ain't shit been happening. You feel me? Like, so what the fuck going on? Then y'all go there, and then it's just like, bruh, bruh,
No,
bruh,
no, I get it, right?
bruh,
I get it.
bruh.
Hey, baby, why you ain't got pregnant yet? What's going on, baby? What's wrong with you, baby? What's
You did.
wrong? You
So
okay?
you just imagine you telling everybody, yeah, man, I've been putting in the work, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting in that work. And then next thing you know,
That was one of the things that bothered me too after I transitioned. I walk around and I see people's bags and I'm like, oh my God, I can't break that anymore.
you really, sun's out. Sun's out. You say you can't break back.
I just can't want to say something to Vanessa when I get a chance.
I transitioned before, because I was born, normal or whatever, right? And then, but I had a beautiful mom, and everybody always used to compliment her and she used to dress nice. So when she used to leave the house for work, I would put her clothes on, like walking around in her high heels and shit. So when I was 16, I said, you know what? I want to be like her. Like, I want compliments. I want to do this and that, right? So I joined the military so I can get that free operation, right? So I joined the Marines. I did 5 years in the Marines in a helicopter squadron.
Oh, thanks for it, sir.
You know what I mean? And I did the main surgery first. I cut it all off or whatever, right? And it was a terrible experience, like going through that surgery, with the tubes and whatever, like there was a lot of pain, and I'm just happy that I had a stepsister that was there for me, and when I was all healed, she I asked her, like, could you go down there and check it out? Like, make sure everything is good and right. And she did. And this is like the terrible part about transitioning. She goes down there, right? And she's like, it looks fine, beautiful, right? Like brand new pussy. But she's like, it still tastes like dick and smells like balls. And I don't think people...
Lord. We go, hey, sun's out, chill the fuck out. All right, son. We're gonna fuck with you, man. Yeah, he joked. Look, Vanessa, we thought this man was a heartfelt fuck. Get the fuck out of here, son. We gonna fuck with you. God damn, bro.
With that one, man. It's too early for that.
And it does not, because it definitely ends up, after it heals, it ends up having a pH and it has a microbiome just like a natural female's vagina would. Just so I can put that out there. Not that it matters to anyone, but I just wanted to put that out there.
Can I say something to Vanessa real fast?
Go ahead, Aubrey.
Okay, girl.
Man, she talking about, damn, I was so invested. I was invested too. Goddamn, tricked the fuck out of me.
I was like, oh shit. But Vanessa, you remember how we were on live together earlier?
Yes.
All right, so I got on Natalie's live. So this person literally kicked me off instantly. I wasn't even able to speak anything. And then they added me back just to tell me that I was a transphobic again. And I was like, bro, if I was a transphobic, then why would I be here trying to have a civil conversation with you? Like, I'm just trying to air out the fact that you called me a Nazi. Like, why? That is so rude.
But this is what you do. Yeah. Whenever someone calls you, these little buzzwords and things and all this type of stuff, because A, they do that shit for clout, so then their little fucking followers can jump in there and be the yes man. But the thing is, for me, a lot of them don't even understand half the words they're using and don't believe half of what they're saying. So the other half are a bunch of people that can't handle the opinions of other people if they disagree with them. And so I let them know that while we're calling people phobic, you're phobic too, dear. You're allodoxophobic. You should go look that up.
I've been told the motherfucker they trans. You can be. Look. First off, I don't know if everybody know. I identify as a trans white woman. I'm a transracial white woman, and I am.
And your pronouns are what?
And my pronouns are daddy, big daddy, and big papa. They got me. They tried to get me cut out on the because I don't know if y'all know I am a lesbian as well. Just letting everybody know.
Games, I swear.
Well, according to TikTok, you don't have to be a woman to be one anymore. So it's totally possible.
But look, I'll just say, but I seriously, this is the reason why I have this live, man. We have someone who is trans. Shout out to Vanessa. Thank you for being up here. You get what I'm saying? Me and Vanessa probably totally goddamn disagree on damn near almost everything, right? But I do agree with her on some shit. But if I was to come up here and as soon as she disagreed with me, if I was to kick her, never know it. You get what I'm saying? You'll never know that
a bunch of names or all this nonsensical shit.
You get what I'm saying? That's when people, but of course, that's what get the numbers. You get what I'm saying? When we up here calling each other a bunch of names and shit. But at the end of the day, I can sit up there and, like I tell people all the time, just because I disagree with you, that don't mean I dislike you. I don't got no problem with that.
But I'm sure you grew up in the sticks and stones, break your bones, not words era. See, this era thinks that words are equivalent to violence, and that's
I'm a 90s baby, man. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama, 90s baby. You feel me?
It's just the fact that I got kicked so fast. I wasn't even able to say anything. I was like, bro, I wasn't even able to say shit to you without you getting butthurt and kicking me, and I didn't say anything rude to you. Like, words don't matter, but at the end of the day, if you're going to spew who's willing to be a listening ear and an ally to you.
So look, we got, do me a favor.
Can I say something quick?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Ocean.
Thank you. I wanted to double back and say something. She's not here, so she was said about the mental illness. I suffer from mental illness. When I got my therapist, they never once coaxed me into believing my mental illness of panic attack disorders and anxiety and depression was real. They found the solution, gave me medication, and it worked for me. Yes, do I still suffer from it? But when I'm calling them or talking to anybody and I think I'm having a heart attack, no one's not sitting there and being like, oh, yes, you're having a heart attack. Making me believe the delusion that mental illness in my mind makes me believe that is real. So when I said that being trans to me, in my opinion, is a mental disorder because of the dysphoria of them in their body, it all has to do with your mind and your mental. When I talk to a lot of trans women, I say what a woman is. They say is what you think a woman is. It's much more than that, dear. So that's all I want to say on the mental health.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we all know, man, look, respect, like I say, respect, fuck with Vanessa, but at the end of the day, ding-a-ling for JJ. That's what it is. Man,
I transition. I transition from an asshole to a good person. I'm proud of myself.
And you know what? I'm so fucking proud of you, 6'4". 6'4", you know what? The courage it takes to come out and do that. Motherfucking courage.
It was hard. It was real hard, man. I was born that way. And, my mama and them fought hard. They prayed the asshole out of me. That didn't work. They tried to send me to therapy for assholeness. That didn't work. And then one day, the power of God just overshadowed my dumb ass. And now I'm not an ass anymore.
You know what? That shit don't come all. You know what? It really takes pride and courage to do that. Christian, do me a favor. What to do?
Yo, what's up? I just have a quick question because I'm a little confused. Okay. I'm always on the science side just because, I went to school for science, whatever the case is. I got two degrees going back for my PhD.
Congratulations.
Real quick. So, Vanessa, you said when you healed down there, you said that like you have a regular pH balance as a woman?
Not necessarily as a biological female, but yes, there is a pH balance down there, yes.
Are you aware that in order for a pH balance to happen, you need to have a uterus? Are you aware of that?
Don't think that really matters about a pH, because if that's the case, then why is it that women who have had a hysterectomy still have their pH?
Women, well, first and foremost, they're cis-born women.
Okay,
So,
it doesn't matter if they're cis-born women or not. If their uterus is gone, their uterus is gone, correct? You should know that as a science guy, right?
but that's the thing.
I don't know shit
That's
about
not
science.
possible because you're taking synthetic hormones. A natural-born woman has her natural estrogen.
Okay, but if she has a hysterectomy, she no longer has a uterus, and she's now on synthetic hormones, correct? And she still has a pH, correct?
It's no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So, okay, look. So when a cis woman has a hysterectomy, right? She still has the availability of creating. Her natural hormones are still created. She still has her fallopian tubes.
Not if she has a full hysterectomy.
Vanessa, and this is where I chime in to tell you, like, I'm not trying to do too much on you, but it's a big difference, dear. A bio woman versus a trans person trying to, yes, it's a big difference. We have hormones.
Yeah, it's a huge difference, but the fact that a trans woman has her own pH is scientifically proven. Yes, trans women have their own pH, not of a biological female, but it is similar to a biological female's pH.
And then you just sat there and like try to do what's harmful to women. No, if I'm sorry, I just gotta, I stand for something. You sat there and try to compare you to a woman that has a hysterectomy or doesn't have these things. It's still a big difference. That's kind of like disrespectful to women who have those things, that have hysterectomies and all that. That's the thing. Trans women try to take the disadvantages that women have and use it as their narrative to make it closer to their idea that they're a woman. You can't do that. That's not nice.
I mean, hold on, just hear me out. Nah, I do agree with Ocean saying you can't do it, but like, let's try not to hit the thing of, it's not saying nothing to really open, but like, let's try not to hit it's not nice, because at the end of the day, we grown as fuck. Like, because everything that people say, we ain't gonna agree on, and it ain't gonna be nice. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely understand where you're coming from. But like, let's not like, hit the it's not nice and all that shit. Because at the end of the day, Vanessa gonna feel that way, and you gonna feel that way. And I agree with you, Ocean. I definitely feel like it's not the same. But
so question for
Drake, the
Christian.
reason, but look, Glissy said, but it isn't nice. I understand it's not nice, right? But if I'm not a hypocrite either, because you have people that come on here and say, "Oh, what we saying, what me saying a man can't be a woman," they saying that's not nice. So, I mean,
but that's okay.
I know it's facts. I know it's facts. I know it's facts. But
Christian, don't men have their own pH balance as well?
Yeah,
we do.
That's kind of similar to the trans pH balance. We all have natural.
Hold on, 6-4. Hold on.
I know I had a pH balance.
Yeah, no, I think we do have a pH balance.
Actually, everyone does.
We do have pH balance.
Everyone has a pH balance, because the thing, I think you guys are confusing what she's talking about in regards to, because I was waiting to see where this was going to go. The pH balance is just the balance of acidic versus base in your body. So it's not, it doesn't have really anything to do with anything other than how much acid versus base there is. And if it's balanced, then you'll be, you'll have a certain number or whatever, but it's not going to be something that is like the vaginal discharge or, whatever. Like, that's not what we're talking about here. So like, if that's where the confusion's coming from, then that might be, maybe where they're talking about. Because everyone has pH. pH is even in your water.
I got a question. Look, I got a question. So what we gonna do though? What we gonna do? Hey, since we got all y'all up here right now though, all right, make sure, do me a favor. I got cause these motherfuckers love banning me for like a week, but I'll be back, motherfucker. I'll be back. But because every time I get banned, they say it's for like general. They never say what the fuck it is. It's general. Shit like that. Do me a favor.
They have moderators at TikTok that fuck with certain people, especially if your account gets flagged. And mine, it got to a point where literally either someone was following me so that they could try to get stuff banned on my page, or it was some, douche
Yeah,
with
you can't
their
say the
40
word.
fucking accounts or something.
Oh yeah, don't even say, can't even say banana, I guess. But anyway, do me a favor. Shout out to the 141 we got here. Do me a favor, go follow my backup page is Guns Big C 2.0. It's it's like legit that, like Guns Big C 2.0. You feel me? That's my backup page when shit get crazy over here. But anyway, we're gonna go through these right here. Now, of course, I put number one on some bullshit. Well, I do believe transracialism is real, because if you can be anything else, motherfucker, I can be a goddamn Asian man. Shit, I can. You can't tell me I can't.
I'm
Who the
actually
fuck
not
are you?
understanding where the logic comes from that that's not real, because if we're talking about spectrums and gender and all this type of stuff being a spectrum, when there's really no spectrum, there's only two options. When you think of race or ethnicity or whatever, that actually is a spectrum, and that's something that can be altered by mixing and different things like that. And so, for instance, I'm literally a spectrum of multiple races all in myself, because I'm Black, white, Irish, Indian, and German. So, yep. Gonna go ahead and say that it's definitely possible to be a spectrum of races, but it's not
goddamn right.
something. I don't understand why that's so controversial. But the thing is, what they're trying to say is that you cannot appropriate. It's not okay to racially appropriate. But if it's okay to do this in any other aspect, then it is okay, and you don't get to be selective of where you're offended. Exactly. That's the issue. And they want to hang on to being offended by something and then supporting something that contradicts that, instead of just letting go of that whole ideology.
I just want to identify.
That's why I asked. I never got a question answered on my page when I asked other Black women about why they're so bothered by white women doing things that are supposedly signature Black things if they don't care, and they will then also support and cheer on men in women's spaces.
That is,
you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, and then they'll say, oh, that's bad for you to say that. But I'm like, hold up. All I'm asking is, do you have consistency with your logic?
Yeah, big facts. Hey,
and they
so
don't.
So
it's either okay or it isn't okay.
We're going to skip past number 2, because everybody believe that except for Vanessa. Shout out to Vanessa. And then so,
what is number 2?
Say TWR bros, prove me wrong. So it just facts. That's just me.
I mean,
facts.
everybody's a bro technically.
Nah. I'm talking about bros.
He's saying that trans women are.
I'm being an ass.
Yeah, bros.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
But look. Now here you go. Now, Vanessa, we're gonna start with Vanessa first. Vanessa, number 3. Are you G? I put you. Of course, I put GEY, but I know it's GA. But anyway, are you gay if you date a trans woman?
I don't think that you're gay if you date a trans woman. I think that you are trans-amorous.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, this is the term.
Trans-amorous? That sounds like you beating that shit up, though.
Likes trans people.
What?
Someone who likes trans people.
What about the trans women who occasionally date women?
Hold on, folks. We gonna get to you. Hold on. We're gonna make a poll. Let's see if we can make a poll. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if we can make a poll. Can we make a poll?
You said poll.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, like the little what's that shit called?
It's a survey. Like,
what the fuck is that?
I don't know. I think 6'4" has a echo or something.
Yeah, he got.
Are you using speakerphone?
Okay, check it out.
What is that?
Some trans women have fully transitioned, and they don't have the male part anymore. Some trans quote unquote women, they still have their part. So if a quote unquote straight guy dates a trans person that still has their part, is he considered gay?
But this is the thing, though.
But hold on. But look, because we're gonna go down the line. We're gonna let everybody speak. We're gonna let everybody speak. All right. But this is the thing. When I'm saying with trans women, I'm speaking of.
I know you consider gay.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about to me, I'm gonna be honest. Man, gay. At the end of the day, gay. Yeah, more gay. To me, at least to me.
Prior to me having my surgery to transition completely,
Yeah.
if I were to sleep with a guy and he wanted to go down on me and give me head, he's gay because that's just flat out gay.
Anyway, look.
If now that I've had my surgery, I feel like it would not be.
Now look,
Vanessa. Considered trans-amorous.
Vanessa, but this the thing though. If the motherfucker found out, like this is what I'm getting at, because I want to make sure I'm very clear on this. If a motherfucker know that you are a dude, and what I mean by a dude, that you are male, and that motherfucker still continue, man, I'm a gay. Now look, we already got the one
it's
for Queen
only gay
B.
if you want to play with the dick, though.
Man, no, it ain't. That motherfucker gay.
Actually, it's not. Homosexuality is just being attracted to someone who is of the same sex as you. So that's where I said I don't understand why it's so like problematic to say that and why people get so offended by it, because truthfully speaking, that is still a homosexual act, regardless of how we want to dance around it. Like, and what is the issue with that? If we accept gay people, then what is the problem?
So Vanessa, if a man,
it's almost like we don't accept gay people or something, and that's hateful because you don't like gay people.
Look. Hey, hold on. Let's finish. Ocean, how you feel about it?
No matter if it's not there or if they don't have the penis or they go have surgery, it's still. I don't want to say that GAY word because I got banned it before, but yeah, it's still that. You can't cover up DNA and chromosomes. I mean, you're attracted to who you're attracted to. Just accept it.
And it's so look, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
It is okay if that's what you like. Fuck this man name, man. Hold on. Couture. How you feel about it?
It's gay as hell.
That motherfucker gay. Look.
Poke that talk.
C4.
Yes. If he playing with your wanker, he gay.
That motherfucker gay. Hey, Dre.
Yeah, with or without the penis, whether he got it or he got it removed, the DNA is the DNA to me. He gay.
Gay. Chris, talk to me.
Listen, I'm a member of the community. I'm pansexual, and I absolutely agree that if a man sleeps with a trans woman post-op or pre-op, they are absolutely gay.
Gay. And you know what? And you want to know what? Hold on, let me turn this light on. I can see my sexy chocolate ass. You know what? And that is okay. It is okay that he is gay. It's okay. That's what he like. It's okay.
Well, that's why I be saying I don't understand the problem where it's like when you say that.
I feel like,
listen, if he want to move to Wankerville, we ain't got no problem with that.
I feel like
that is okay.
I feel like the trans. I feel like the trans portion of the homosexual community makes it difficult in a sense. Like it makes it more complicated. I have no problem with people choosing to like what they like. There's no problem. But when we start dealing with changing what you are, like I'm not a man no more, I'm a woman. That's the money part. That's where it's like, okay, you want me to go with that? No.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what?
That's what I'm getting at.
But some of the trans in the community have messed it up for other trans women who consider themselves, a part of the heterosexual aspect by outing men as in like, oh, well, he's gay. I slept with him, da-da-da-da-da. But you consider yourself a woman. So now you fucked it up for the rest of the community.
Couture just spoke big facts. I'm talking about spoke big facts. And hold on, I'm gonna let you go, Queen. Queen, I'm gonna let you go. No, but the reason why I'm saying that is because I've heard guys say they didn't seen goddamn trans women that they like, damn. Matter of fact, I even saw a trans woman that I'm like, damn, that motherfucker look good. Bro said that's a dude. I said, oh shit. Good looking ass dude then. Because at the end of the day, motherfucker look good. But now, do I still
looks
want?
like a lady.
Look. What I'm saying, look. I can't. Hold on, 6'4". Because now my thing is, am I still like attracted to it or want to be with it? No. But I'm like, shit. At the end of the day, the motherfuckers, shit. If that's what you imitating, damn, goddamn it.
You doing a damn
I'm
good
a real
job.
man. I'm a real man. I'm a real man, bro. Hey, good job. But now you won't be getting me. First off, I'm married, but still, even if I was single, you won't be getting me.
That's part
You
of
won't be getting me.
that's part of the confusion, the anger sometimes. Now, keep in mind, I do not agree with violence against anybody. But I literally I went on. It was one live I was on, and the person said, it was a trans person. They said they do not feel like they are obligated to tell the person that they're trans because they're walking in their identity. So they feel like they're 100% woman. So they don't feel like they have to tell people. That's part of the issue. So if you take a straight man who identifies and says that he likes women, okay, he looks at you, he thinks you're a woman or whatever, and so then he finds out that you played with him psychologically because he felt like he was attracted to you because he believed in his heart he was looking at a woman, and he finds out that he's talking to a man, and like he believes that he knows he's straight. Now you done fucked him up psychologically because he's messed up because he knows he likes women, but now you're telling him, okay, you're a man, so he don't know what the fuck to think about himself, and that's where the violence comes from.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's not even also just that they are not aware of how to feel about themselves, but it's more so that it's just simply a violation. It's all the same as if somebody withheld the truth in any other aspect. You are seeking to trust this person in a very intimate way, and they can't even tell you the truth. So then if they can't tell the truth about that, then what else are they lying about? And so there's so many things that you're going to go through in that moment of just not even being able to trust them, let alone feeling betrayed by someone that you did, quote unquote, trust. And so then in that situation, this is where I said to my niece's friend, because, like, to me, the babies are all babies to me. I love them all. I don't care what you choose to do. I understand, this is y'all's generation. This is your life now, whatever. So I'm not going to judge you, but she has one of her friends that is a young trans, now female presenting person. But, still very obviously built a certain way. Like it's, you know what I mean? So
Strong.
the echo is back.
Hey, 6'4", 6'4". It's probably 6'4". Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, so like now when I sat down with Carrington and I was just like, hey, honey, I understand, this is what you want to do. And it's not about judging you. It's not about invalidating you, because they're always like, oh yeah, my boyfriend can't tell, honey. Yes, they can. The idea that you haven't even had an operation and you're trying to tell me that they can't tell. Yes, the fuck they can. Unless they're blind and never touching you, there's no way that they don't know. They know, and they have consented to this.
Can I say something now? Can I bring something?
Hold on. Hey, Couture.
I got an element.
But hang on 1 second. So I was like, for your safety, you should be honest with any person you plan on being intimate with, for the sake of the trust that would be there, and the same thing that you would want that person being honest with you. So you should be giving everything that you expect to receive. The same goes for when it comes to the betrayal. You would be upset if somebody cheated on you and you found out anything like that. So at the end of the day, you need to come correct. And then with that person accepts you, then you have a genuine connection. Why are you trying to connect with someone who is not genuinely trying to connect with you and take away their choice? That's not fair, and that's not okay. So at the end of the day, when it comes to common decency, that's where that shit is bogus as hell. It's not even about whether or not you agree with transgenderism, gayness, whatever the hell else. That's just common decency.
Now, the transgender woman who said that they don't see Now, the transgender woman said they don't see what the problem is. Let me tell you this, right? Unless that man is in
And
the
that's a
sausage,
manipulation.
I don't care how fine you look and how big your breast is. Unless he's in the sausage, the fact that you still got one is going to change the whole dynamics of how he feels. Just like the brother said, I done seen, like me, man, and I own a transportation company, and trans women use our services. I done seen some that's absolutely stunning. I'm talking about contouring but what I look at it is, I don't look at it so much as a man who's trying to transition. When I look at that contouring, I look at it because I am a real community activist. I look at it as a point that they have made it where you can completely change how you look. So how convenient is this for the person who's unaliving people then when they got surgery and got a whole new face and still amongst us? See, that's what I look at.
Okay.
That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at how they turned this man into a complete woman from the face down to the chest. So you mean to tell me that I can't be some type of Dr. Evil in society? This is like some Batman shit. An episode of Batman, my series when I was growing up, that Batman. So I look at it like that.
Before anybody jumps in here and says he's talking about all people, he's clearly saying that those with a predatory mindset could use this to their advantage. He did not say all trans people are predators and all of this dirty, dumb shit.
Yeah, but you know how they do that shit. Hold on, man. Hold on, because y'all know how they do that shit.
They love
I'm
taking
glad we
people's
got
words and
Vanessa up
twisting
here.
them.
Well,
I'm
just
glad we
like
got
the
Vanessa up here who
transpresenting,
just, you know what I'm
female
saying?
that flashed himself in the female's bathroom, and you know they.
He wasn't flashing himself; he was jerking off.
Yeah, and those are the people that are like fucking fighting for we are women and all of this bullshit when you're not presenting yourself as such a fucking lady that you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Now that
and then the one that was leading the whole thing about the unisex bathrooms ended up being a fucking pedophile. Exactly. That's why I'm just like, gee, I wonder where a child molester would feel so necessary to have these bathrooms be like.
Hold on for one sec, Queen. And let me go ahead and make this well known too. Let me make this well known too. We got Vanessa up here, right? And we're not tokenizing them. I just want y'all to know that. Like, for motherfuckers
we can
who
put
think,
Nikki in here if you want.
yeah, I'm just saying, because motherfuckers would be like, just because. But you know, sometimes when people in that community see some trans people who agree with us on shit, they always want to try to hit the thing of, oh, you're trying to tokenize them. Nah, motherfucker, it's just facts.
Oh yeah.
It's just facts.
They try to say either you're tokenizing them or that they will actually sit here and call someone who is transphobic.
I'm like,
that is the most
annoying as fuck.
Exactly. So many times.
Exactly.
Like,
that shit is so beyond dumb
by one of my ex-roommates just because I told her, you need to stop tricking men in the club because you're going to get your ass beat. And then I get told I'm transphobic for telling her, stop tricking men.
That's crazy.
That's the part that I was about to bring up.
That's a dangerous game, for real. It's a dangerous game.
I was never would I try to trick a man. If I'm trying to enter into a relationship with someone, whether it's platonic or it's sexual or it's whatever, I always let them know right up rip, like, I'm Vanessa and I'm trans. I was born male.
And that is A.O. motherfucking K. And if he likes it, okay. If he likes it,
don't like it, then I move on. I'm not going to sit there and keep on and telling that person, oh, you're transphobic because you don't like me, this is bullshit. Like, if you don't like me, guess what? I don't like you neither.
And a lot of girls in the trans community get a thrill off of tricking heterosexual men until, that danger peaks up on their ass and they want to play victim.
That is couture.
But see, and that's why I was getting annoyed with the other people that were in here because they kept saying nobody this and nobody's doing this, nobody's saying. Then how are we talking about experiences that we've all had if nobody's doing it? Because we're all random people who met on the internet who have not had any prior time with each other. We don't share any experiences. And therefore, if we have the same experiences in different parts of the world, then that means that it must be happening.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just like when I was at the club, I was at this club called Scorpios in North Carolina, and I saw this handsome ass motherfucker man, Dre hair, all this, right? So I'm like, you know, I'm already off of like 3 cups. I'm flirting, and I'm like, you know, touching on the chest and stuff like that, and he's like, oh no, you don't want to do that, like this, not that, and I'm like, what? You handsome? And that man took my hand and put it under his shirt, whole titties. I did not know I was flirting with a trans man. That man could have tricked me at that time and took me home, and I could have just fell on some Kudabop. You get what
I ain't gonna lie, ain't nothing like that Kudabop though.
Someone in the comments just asked me directly, why would I tell anyone that I'm trans if I don't know anything about their trans views?
Hey, I fuck with you, Couture. Hey, look, everybody on here, make sure y'all follow me, man. Let me make sure I follow y'all, man. So y'all funny as hell.
Let me tell y'all something though. There's a component of this conversation that's missing. Like y'all gotta admit, man, when if a dude meet a girl in the club, even regular females, if all she offering is head and that's all he want, that nigga ain't trying to see nothing else. Ain't nobody taking nothing. Now look, I'm whipping out, girl. You go ahead and do your thing. Ain't nobody really talking about let me see your whole hookup at that particular point in time.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
You know, I used to be a DJ.
Surprised? You'll be surprised.
I used to be a DJ, and I used to see guys go to girl. And now listen, going to a corner. And they got it off right quick with a girl. You know what I'm saying? Now, he ain't know if that was a trans or a real woman. Just because it was at a regular club, he's under the auspices that every woman. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what they don't like to talk about is that really that tricking part of what straight men do with trans women. I was working in a club, so I saw it from a different standpoint. I used to have, now here's the thing, I'm a real man, and I can admit if I'm turned on. The thing of it is I like eating pussy.
Oh, hold on. You 6'4". I love it too. I promise you. But
y'all got
we don't.
Y'all got.
Okay. I like eating fur burgers. Okay, I like.
You like indulging in creme de la meow meow.
Yeah, right. So what I don't like is when the trans women try to convince you. Otherwise, like one that told me, and I know one that's gorgeous, man, look better than Laverne Cox. And I told her, I said, you know, I no doubt you can do everything you told me you can do. I said, but here's the problem. When I get that done to me, when I get the BJ, I like the 69 with a woman. I don't want to even bang her in her other hole. I want to eat for a while. And because you don't have that other body part, it's just not going to work out for me.
Yeah.
Because I want to eat when I get that. I want to eat when I get that.
And this the thing, though. This the thing that people got to realize, bro. Nobody, like, at the end of the day, bro, if somebody, let's say, my thing is this. This one I don't get understand. For example, Couture, I got a question for you, bro. Are you in the gay community?
LGBTQ.
Yeah. So guess what? I have no problem with that, brother. I totally fucking support you. And the thing is, and this the thing though, people acting like it's just a problem with just being that. It's like, my guy, if you a man and you feminine, you just a man and you fucking feminine. It is okay. And you want to know, I got another one too. This is the one that really pisses me off. And I want to get an answer from every last one of y'all. Ocean, you still here, sister? Ocean still here? Ocean Waves?
Yeah, I got a genuine question.
Okay.
I got a genuine question.
Go ahead.
What? Oh, crap, sorry. What's the difference between a gay man and a trans woman?
There's a complete huge difference.
To me or
No, I'm talking to anyone who's like in that community. What's the difference?
Well, for starters, can I just say we're not delusional? Like gay men, we accept who we are, what we are. When we look in the mirror, we see a man. Like we good. You feel me? Like we're comfortable with our biological components. Now, I just
Hey
want to
Dre,
say
do me a favor, mute yourself, Dre. I don't know if that's you or Pablo.
I just want to say this. See, the only thing I got a problem with, and again, people are probably going to call me transphobic, whatever the case is that no matter how many surgeries you get, no matter if you mutilate your body parts, because that's what it is, when you do surgeries that aren't...
Mute yourself, Pablo.
Like, when you do shit that,
there's nothing...
Nah, mute. It's like you got an echo, bro. You got an echo. It ain't your fault. I think it's just your phone. Go ahead, Christian. And then we're going to let Pablo go next. Pablo and then Great One. Go ahead, though, Christian.
I was just saying, when, the only thing I got a problem is that you can't expect everybody to just support you and accept you as something that you wasn't biologically born as. You feel me? Because like I said, no matter how many surgeries, no matter how many body modifications, body mutilations, because you cannot tell me that you can be born with a penis and then have a vagina the next day and then you consider yourself a woman. That's not possible. What you have down there is a wound. It's a wound that you got to dilate each and every single day in order for it to not close up. There's a young child who actually got the surgery. Her name is Jazz.
You fucking serious, Christian?
Yeah. There's a child called Jazz. Y'all can look it up. Her name is Jazz Jennings on Google.
Hold on, wait, not to cut you off. Is that what that MTV shit was all about?
Nah.
I Am Jazz. Is that what you're talking about? I Am Jazz?
Yeah, that was on TLC.
Oh, no shit.
Opted into gender conforming surgery at the age of 17. And mind you, they did not let that young child natural body process its natural hormones. So they decided to fill the child with synthetic hormones, right? And then after that, they took the child and they sent the child off to get a vagina. And that is the problem. Like,
disgusting.
Yeah, the vagina literally closed up. She had to have like 6 surgeries down there because it's a wound. It is not supposed to be there. There's also trans men that have come up to TikTok and YouTube's, just telling their trans story about how their synthetic hormones has mutilated their uteruses. That is the thing.
That shit crazy.
Biology is always going to be right, and you can be mad at it. Biology is going to always
what they're
be
doing
right.
to children. We got to save the kids there.
And Christian, also, do trans men still have their prostate?
I'm sorry, I couldn't really hear you.
I'm not trans men, transsexuals. Do they still have a prostate? Because all men have.
Absolutely,
prostates.
That never changes.
So therefore, my whole ordeal is how can you just become a woman that easily if you still have the same DNA and the same thing that every biological male has?
Exactly. That genetic makeup can never change.
So therefore, trans women are trans women, not real women.
Okay, I see the difference. I wasn't trying to mean no harm. If I just genuinely don't, because I really don't know about that other than just the trans community. So I didn't.
Women are women and men are men, and that's okay to be honest about.
No, Ocean, there's a complete difference. I mean, some people consider me trans because I get up in my get up, but no. With me personally, I can wear hair, makeup, stilettos, the whole gig, and I can look as presenting, but then at the same time, I can, wave my hair, put my do-rag on and sweats and still be comfortable. Yeah. I don't want to, just put myself and label myself, I just want to be a woman, so let me, identify as a woman, or let me just be completely masculine. If I can do both, then why the fuck not pull it off?
Hey, do me a favor.
I can fuck with you. I can fuck with them because they realists.
Couture and Christian, I definitely fuck with them. Go ahead. Hold on. Before you go, Pablo. Hey, do me a favor, y'all. We got 160 y'all motherfuckers in this motherfucker right now. Make sure y'all do me a favor and goddamn, let's get the likes up. And they get the shells up, baby. Let's go ahead and keep this kind of conversation motherfucking going. It's 4 in the morning where my chocolate ass is. I don't know where y'all at. But
I'm 5 in the morning for me.
oh, it's 5 in the morning over there. Hey, make sure
4:58.
y'all make sure y'all follow me, and then make sure let's get the likes up, man. We're gonna let fucking Pablo go, and then we're gonna let Great One go. All right, go ahead,
Okay.
Pablo.
I have a big problem dealing with them pushing that LGBT on the kids. That's the only problem that I have. Like, let kids be kids. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
think they
I totally
forcing
agree.
that. I think they forcing that through the schools now. I mean, it's crazy. Like one time, I spoke with this guy. He lives in Seattle, and he told me he went back to the school where he graduated from, and he said it was about like 65% everyone was gay there now.
What
You
the
know,
fuck?
What?
65% of the school was gay. He said he can't believe it because, back in the days, some people were like in a closet, so you'll have like
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 people gay. He said the whole school was almost gay. So
Mm-hmm.
they're pushing this through the schools, and I can tell you it's true because my daughter wanted to be a transgender. She was only 15 years
What?
old.
I think,
She
but
was only
transgender
15 years
different.
old.
That's different from gay though. You get what I'm
What?
saying? I think trans is it's different from.
Being
Well, the
trans
thing
and
is that
being
they
gay is
pushing
I
this
think
completely
stuff
what
through
different.
the
they're saying is
schools.
that they're part of the, umbrella of
Oh, okay,
LGBTQ
okay.
when, back in
Right.
the day, a lot of the people who identify as queer now would have just been emo kids or goth kids or whatever,
No,
but
no,
Right.
they are very impressionable.
yeah,
They
and
want
I'm gonna
to
be,
they have like a hive mindset. And when you're in a
yeah,
school or a small proximity like that, in
yeah,
order to gain acceptance or things like that, or to be able to move amongst the masses without being ridiculed or attacked for having a
hmm,
different opinion or something, you then conform to the hive mind of whatever is going on. And with
Right.
this, it's socially cool. You get a good social
Yeah.
credit score for being a part of
yeah.
this or being an ally to it. And
Yeah.
now, since people
Yup.
want to be included so bad, that's why there's so
So
many
bad.
letters constantly getting added to the fucking
That's
LGBT,
And that's
because
why
that's where it used to stop.
I just say
that's why everyone
LGBT.
gets
I
a
don't
T-shirt
say
for having autism these
Q.
days.
I don't say
Yeah,
Q plus. I don't say all of that. It's either
yeah,
you're lesbian, gay,
Yeah, they're just
bisexual,
adding
transgender,
stuff.
and that's it.
yeah.
You're not.
I
It's
agree.
not
And
questionable or
Whatever.
none of that
I
shit.
remember the days it was
let me
LG. I like the
It's
right.
LG.
either
Let's bring back
you're gay or
LG.
not.
But hold on, hold on, hold on,
Hold
hold
on, I'm
on,
gonna finish what I
hold
gotta
on.
say.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
let
finish it.
Pablo finish. We're gonna let Pablo finish.
So she became really like she was going through this position, man, like suicidal, and it was just crazy because she was cutting herself, and she really wanted to be part of this LGBTQ. She's like, I want to turn, and my daughter's beautiful. She wanted to be a boy.
Mm-mm.
Thank God that we got her some help. But we flew out to Utah, and there was a program where they deal with kids that are having a lot of these issues. One of the most important thing that they did when we went to Utah, they took her phone away, and they said no more phone.
Mm,
And yo,
mm.
she's been
That
up there for
social
like
media
4
influence is
months.
gone.
Yeah, she's been up there for 4 months, and her whole attitude is totally changed. She doesn't want to be a boy anymore. She found herself. The phone is a big problem too. The phone is really controlling these
Goddamn,
kids' brains. You know what I mean?
goddamn, Pablo, you speaking facts,
I
Pablo.
100% agree.
Yes,
And
Pablo
thank
Because
you
speaking
for all
fucking
the gifts. I
facts.
really appreciate it, guys.
yeah, because I
Hey,
mean, I
can I
think
throw
these
this in
kids
there?
really.
It's the Caitlyn Jenners.
Go
Hey,
ahead. Hold on.
real quick,
Say
can
it
I throw
real
this
quick,
in there right
Tifo.
quick, real quick? And did y'all notice on the Black Lives Matter website, they included
The
people with special
LGBTQ.
needs?
Yes,
They
sir.
included,
Oh,
listen, hold on, listen. They included people with special needs in that shit.
Yeah,
what?
it's crazy.
BLM is
Because
a terrorist
I mean,
organization.
yeah,
It is.
Mm.
BLM, yep.
Yeah, I do. I
the
can agree
thing,
with
and
you
this
on
is this is the thing.
to a
As
certain
someone
point. Yep, yep.
who supports, like, I support the statement that Black Life Matters, and that's what
I
most people
totally
were
agree.
in support of. They
I
weren't really
totally
in
agree.
support
Hmm.
of the organization. But
Right.
when it came down to the organization was actually set up by a few members of LGBTQ. They just happened to be black. So with that, that ended up being a whole ended up being just a way to suck and siphon money out of people. And this is where I'd be saying where being brainwashed is dangerous, because then people can then use whatever your trigger point, pain point is, whatever, and exploit it. And that's all that happened here. They exploited the shit out of it, because if you really think about the millions and millions of dollars that were made under BLM, all of the memorabilia that was sold, all of the merchandise, all of these things.
They made hundreds of millions.
So much could have been done for the Black community that wasn't done, but I know some people got some nice ass houses and stuff up out of it.
Right, and
you know what I'm saying? So
They did an interview where the chick was like eating fruit off of a tray, and like she was eating charcuterie, talking about like, oh, we had to take the millions of dollars and buy this giant mansion because like, you know, we're oppressed. Like it was so
and then,
wild.
but I'm gonna tell you this. This is another thing too. I realize when people be like, "Oh, you can't be pro-black but be anti-LGBTQ," and I'm like, "Well, what you mean by anti?" They say, because when I say when I think about it, right, it's just because with me, I'm not. So just hold on, y'all, for 1 second. Let me make this very clear. I got all these points on this motherfucking panel, but let's make it very clear. I am very, 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 very much not LGBTQ, anti-LGBTQ. I support them. I do.
I don't.
No, well, that's you. That's you.
See, this is the thing. I support individuals. I do not support groups of people.
Yeah,
I think LGBT
Hear me out. Hold on. And what I mean by that, right? I support people. If you want to go live your fucking life how you want to live it, I'm all for it. My biggest thing, I just don't make me believe in it. Just because you want to do it, that doesn't mean I have to agree with it. But do I want any harm to come to them? No.
I think it's worse. I think gay people represent the worst and most toxic part of culture, and as a group of people, they lead to some of the worst degenerative behaviors we see in society.
No,
the LGBT community. It's a fact of the LGBT. Hold on. Hold on. It's just wait. Listen. Hear me out. Hold on. Hear me out. It's a Hear me out. It's a fact that the LGBTQ community is a hyper. Hold on. It's a fact. Pablo, you gotta mute. You're causing the echo.
You gotta mute. One of y'all gotta mute. 6-4.
So the LGBT community is a hypersexualized community. That's a fact. And their entire brand awareness is on hypersexuality. And the idea that they need to mingle it in every sector of society is gross, disgusting, and the fact that